Alright, so where were we? Oh yeah. I will admit I was getting a bit nervous, but as expected, Amiya halts Saber before she can execute Rin. But it's not as clean cut as that. The reason Amiya stops Saber is not what I had expected. See, Amiya doesn't stop Saber to save Rin. In fact, he doesn't even know that Rin is the one about to be executed. No, his reasoning to stop Saber is much stupider than that. See, the thing is, Amiya doesn't want to see Saber covered in blood. He doesn't think a girl like that should be swinging a sword around. I've already made my opinion on Amiya's shenanigans known, so I'm not gonna retread this old ground. Just assume from now on that every time I bring up Amiya's opinions on women, that I'm rolling my eyes. Saber is at first resistant to Amiya's order to stop, but eventually yields to Amiya's will. With that, Rin is more than happy to accept the fact that she is going to live on beyond her apparent execution. And I gotta say, girl recovers fast. She gets up, she's all smiley. Hi, Amiya, how's it going? God, I'd love to hear her internal monologue about this. Amiya is flabbergasted by all of this. The way Rin's acting, the fact that she's a mage, the fact that she almost just got killed. Rin's like, let's head inside and talk about this. But Amiya is too flabbergasted to do anything, really.
バカね、いろいろ考えてるわよ。だから話をしようって言ってるんじゃない。
It's a good point.
And just like that, I wish I was Rin again. It's not like she doesn't do anything that's annoying sometimes, and it's not that I hate Amiya, it's just me and Amiya just do not see things the same way. We cannot get on the same page about stuff. Amiya heads inside with Rin and Saber as he tries to piece together what exactly is going on in his own head. Luckily for him, it's not really going to matter in a second, as Tostaka is going to be explaining things very shortly. Amiya is not the first person, though, who is going to learn something in this conversation. You see, Rin fixes Amiya's broken window that he broke by jumping out of with a simple spell. Amiya is super impressed by this, which concerns Rin. She's like, why are you impressed? This is super elementary stuff. I imagine it to be a similar feeling to if someone was impressed that I know what 5 plus 7 is. It's not gonna make me feel good about myself, it's just gonna make me worried about the person giving me the compliment. Rin continues to ask about amateur stuff, all of which Amiya's like, I can't do it. I don't know anything about it. As Rin slowly comes to the realization that this guy is completely clueless.
なんだってこんな奴にセイバーが呼び出されるのよ。まったく。
She sighs. Makes me mad. I've been playing around. I know I'm an amateur, but I don't think it matters right now.
まあいいわ。もう決まったことに不平をこぼしても始まらない。そんなことより、今は借りを返さないと。
Fact is, we're even.
Rin gives Amiya the rundown on the Holy Grail War. We've heard this all before, but in summary.
The phrase swirls in my head. I've been chosen as a master. Saka says she is a master. Others called the servants, and battles of death between magi called the Holy Grail War.
Other notes of exposition are Amiya wants out. He doesn't see a reason why he has to participate in this, to which Rin's like, you're kinda already involved. You did already die once. The fact that Rin knows that Lancer killed him should set off alarms for Amiya. It would if I was him. Which I am, but you know what I mean. He doesn't seem to notice. Rin mentions that Archer is currently, apparently, at her home healing. Saber mentions that she cannot go into spirit mode due to Amiya's amateur cast.
驚いたわ。そこまでひどかったこともだけど、あなたが正直に話してくれるなんて思わなかった。どうやって弱みを聞き出そうかなって程度だったのに。敵に弱点を見抜かれるのは不本意ですが、あなたの目は欺けそうにない。こちらの手札を隠しても意味はないでしょう。それならばあなたに知ってもらうことで、シローにより深く現状を理解してもらった方がいい。 正解。風格も十分と。もうますます惜しい。私がセイバーのマスターだったらこんな戦い勝ったも同然だったのに。
Fucking daylight saving time, ruining dreams and shit over here.
遠坂、それ俺がふさわしくないってことか。
Yes.
当然でしょ、ヘッポコ。
She just said something that any normal person would have trouble saying. And I said it. No, you're a fucking idiot.
And Reen wants to take Amiya to go see the overseer of the Holy Grail War to get a better full explanation. Amiya doesn't want to go, but Reen really pushes for it, and Saber also takes Reen's side on the matter. So we have to leave to go to the next town over and go see the Kotomine Church to get an explanation. On the way there, shenanigans.
つかのことを聞くけど、歩いて隣町まで行く気なのか？
そうよ。だって電車もバスも終わってるでしょ。いいんじゃない？たまには夜の散歩っていうのも。
I was stabbed in the chest, though.
そうか。一応聞くけど、隣町までどのくらいかかるか知ってるか？
歩いてだと1時間ぐらいかしらね。まあ遅くなったら帰りはタクシーでも拾えばいいでしょ。
そんな余分な金は使わないし、俺が言いたいのは女の子が夜出歩くのはどうかってことだ。最近物騒なのは知ってるだろ。もしものことがあったら責任持てないぞ。
My God.
安心しなさい。相手がどんなやつだろうとちょっかいなんて出してこないわ。エミヤ君は忘れてるみたい。
She's right. Whoever it is, if someone attacks her, they will be counterattacked viciously.
リン、シローは今何を言いたかったのでしょう。私には理解できなかったのですが。
It's an interesting solution.
いや、大した勘違いっぷりっていうか、大間抜けっていうか。なんでも私たちが痴漢に襲われたらエミヤ君が助けてくれるんだって。
そんな、シローは私のマスターだ。それでは立場が逆ではないですか。
Yeah.
そういうの考えてないんじゃない？魔術師とかサーバントとかどうでもいいって感じ。あいつの頭の中一度見てみたくなったわね。
Tosaka and Saber now know each other well enough to talk to each other. Saber's been silent ever since I stopped her from going out dressed like she was. Said she won't take off her armor, so I made her wear a raincoat. She's been quiet ever since. Now she follows me and only speaks to Tosaka.
When we finally arrive at the church, Saber says she doesn't want to go in. She doesn't really give a reason why, but feels kind of important. But as of right now, just know that she's not a part of the following conversation. Going inside, Reen explains that the priest here is not only the overseer to the Holy Grail War, but he is also her guardian and her teacher in magic. We get more world building as it is explained to us, viewer, and me apparently already knows this stuff, that there is an opposing force to the Magic Association known as the Holy Church. To the Holy Church, the use of magic is an abomination and anyone practicing it is a heretic, therefore must be completely destroyed. Sounds about right. Amiya thinks it's super weird that this priest is also apparently a practitioner of magic. His existence is a contradiction.
名前は琴峰綺麗。父さんの教え子でね。もう10年以上顔を合わせてる腐れ縁よ。まあ、できれば知り合いたくなかったけど。
同感だ。私も死を敬わぬ弟子など持ちたくはなかった。
The This is the voice of somebody with a sprite. A footstep. He must have noticed our entry. He slowly appeared from the other side of the altar.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present to you the overseer of the Holy Grail War and the God King of Exposition, Kotomine Kirei. Emiya introduces himself, and I gotta say, this dude is creepy.
The priest called Kotomine slowly turns to me. Without realizing, I step back. He's not scary at all. That's not true. You are a terrible... Look at this guy. You kidding me? I don't feel any hostility from him. But this priest still has a presence that makes the air around him feel heavy.
私はこの教会を任されている琴峰キレイというものだが、君の名は何というのかな。7人目のマスターよ。
エミヤシロ。けど俺はまだマスターなんてものになった覚えはないからな。
Man, you say some dumb shit. Glare back at the priest, trying not to lose against his presence.
エミヤシロ。
The weight on my back turned into a chill. Look at that fucking menacing fate. Like, priest slowly smiles as if he's met someone pleasant. That smile makes me...
Rin explains to Kotomine that Emiya knows nothing about the Holy Grail War and is going to need the entire rundown, which Kotomine is more than happy to supply. Alright, strap in folks, because Kotomine is going to now go over even more rules of the Holy Grail War. Emiya cannot just quit the Holy Grail War. The Holy Grail itself is the one who selects the 7 masters in the war, and they are marked with the command spell on their hand. As long as they have the mark, they're in the war. There's nothing to be done about it. Kotomine goes over all the things Emiya could wish for if he wins the Holy Grail.
お前がマスターを辞めたいというのであれば、聖杯を手に入れ、斧が望みを叶えるより他はあるまい。そうなれば、何もかもが元通りだぞ、エミヤシロ。お前の望み、そのうちに溜まった泥を全てかき出すこともできる。そうだ。初めからやり直すこととて可能だろうよ。
He even mentions getting rid of Emiya's burns, which is weird that he even knows about that. I am super suspicious of everything that is said in this conversation. There's some bullshit going on around here. But anyway, Kotomine says that he doesn't know for sure, no one knows for sure, if the Holy Grail for the Holy Grail War is really the Holy Grail. But really, it doesn't matter, because if it can grant wishes, if it can summon these servants and have them controlled by these masters, it doesn't matter if it is the Holy Grail or not, because of its fantastic powers. Emiya's like, why we gotta kill each other? Kotomine is like, it's just the rules. It's what the Grail decided. There are apparently some misconceptions about the nature of this war.
一人だけしか選ばれないにしたって、他のマスターを殺すしかないっていうのは気に食わない。
ちょっと待って。殺すしかないっていうのは誤解よ、エミヤ君。
What?
別にマスターを殺す必要はないんだから。
You said it was a fight to the death. Oh, hey, ooh, interesting. Hold on.
Gee, Rin, I wonder where I got that fucking idea.
俺が殺される？
そうよ。マスターが他のマスターを倒すのが聖杯戦争の基本だから。そうして他の6人を倒したマスターには望みを叶える聖杯が与えられるの。
殺し合いだって言ったじゃないか。琴峰もそう言ってたぞ。
の試合だ。
Apparently, the Holy Grail only has a spiritual form, and therefore can only be claimed by spirits, which means the point of the Holy Grail War is not to eliminate masters, but to eliminate servants instead. Me and Amiya are on the same page for the first time in our entire lives.
Man, she could have told me that earlier. Honestly, Tosaka and this priest were being mean. Now I'm relieved. So even if we enter this Holy Grail War, Tosaka's not gonna die.
Kotomine decides to rain on the parade a little bit by pointing out that, hey, yeah, it's true you could just kill all the servants, but that's a lot harder than killing the masters. Just compare Saber to Amiya. Which one do you think would be easier to kill? If the master dies, the servant will eventually disappear. Therefore, killing the master is the most efficient way to dispose of a servant. Kotomine is both overestimating and underestimating my willingness to kill. I work more on a case-by-case basis. In fact, here's the tier list. The mixing and matching of killing servants and masters creates a very interesting loophole.
サーバントを消すためにはマスターを倒した方が早いってのは分かったけどそれじゃ逆にサーバントが先にやられたらマスターはマスターでなくなるのか聖杯に触れられるのはサーバントだけなんだろうならサーバントをいや
霊樹がある限りマスターの権利は残るマスターとはサーバントと契約できる魔術師のことだ霊樹があるうちはいくらでもサーバントと契約できるマスターを失ったサーバントはすぐに消えるわけではない彼らは体内の魔力が尽きるまでは現世にとどまれるそういったマスターを失ったサーバントがいればサーバントを失ったマスターとて再契約が可能となる
That's so fucking cool. I hope that comes up. I mean, I'm sure that'll screw me over when it comes up, but like, you can't not capitalize on that. Amiya figures out, hey, if a command spell is the thing that keeps me a master, what if I just use it up? And then I won't be a master anymore. Kotomine calls Amiya a fucking chicken for even thinking about doing something like that. To that I say, fuck you, Kotomine! You're just pissed we figured out your loophole. If Amiya really wants to quit, Kotomine will have no choice but to accept it and guarantee Amiya's safety, as it is his job as the supervisor of the war to ensure as few casualties as possible. Now that may have sounded like the exposition was coming to an end, but... So apparently, this object being fought over in the Holy Grail War is only one of the 726 things that the Holy Church believes might be the Holy Grail. This is the 5th Holy Grail War for this Holy Grail. The first recorded one happened 200 years ago, and it's been repeating on average every 60 years. The last war was 10 years ago. The Magic Association has been sending supervisors to this war since the 3rd one as a way of just trying to make sure that the opposing masters don't blow the whole magic secret, because apparently the first 2 wars were fought with reckless abandon. Kotomine's father was the supervisor for the 3rd war, at least. Kotomine uses the fact that someone evil might get the Grail and might actually get a wish to try to goad Amiya into joining the war. Amiya is still not buying it, but Kotomine then decides to point out, hey, you know, that fire 10 years ago? That was because of the Holy Grail War. That's because somebody got their hands on the Holy Grail. I don't know what he wished for. I just know some bad shit happened because of it. This is what finally gets to Amiya.
エミヤ君どうしたのよいきなり顔面真っ白にしちゃってそりゃあんまり気持ちのいい話じゃなかったけどほらなんなら少し休んだりする
Must have looked terrible. It's very rare for Tosaka to be worried like that. It's
心配無
not.
用だ 遠坂の変な顔見たら治った。
What? What stupid thing to say.
Amiya, what the fuck are you doing? What is that? Who says that? Were you born with your foot in your mouth? She's concerned about you and you say she has a weird face? Are you negging her? Fucking anyway, Amiya finally asks the $1 million question. Has anyone ever actually gotten this fucking Holy Grail?
当然だろう。そう毎回全滅などという決めは起きん。
じゃあ
早まるな。手に入れるだけならば簡単だ。何しろ聖杯自体はこの教会で管理している。手に取るだけならば私は毎日触れているぞ。
Fascinating. Holy Grail is at this church.
もっともそれは器だけだ。中身が空なのだよ。先ほどリンが言っただろう。聖杯とは霊体だと。この教会に保管してあるのは極めて精巧に作られた聖杯のレプリカだ。これを触媒にして本物の聖杯を降霊させ、願いを叶える杯にする。そうだな。マスターとサーバントの関係に近いか。なあ、そうやって一時的に本物となった聖杯を手にした男は確かにいた。
じゃあ聖杯は本物だったのか。あ、いや、手にしたっていうそいつは一体どうなったんだ。
どうにもならん。その聖杯は完成には至らなかった。バカな男がつまらぬ干渉に流された結果だよ。
This whole thing seems pointless.
Apparently, obtaining the Holy Grail without participating in the fighting is basically useless. The Grail will deem you unworthy, and you will not obtain your wish. Kodomine presents this as a fact, claiming that he was in a previous Holy Grail war, and obtained the Holy Grail, but it was imperfect because he had abandoned fighting halfway through. His servant died first before anyone else, and he had to go under his own father's protection. His father was killed, and Kodomine has been the supervisor ever since.
話はここまでだ。
I don't feel like I learned nearly enough.
聖杯
I have been getting exposition on this war for weeks now, and I still don't feel like I have enough information. Give me a minute, I need to work through some shit. So first off, we have absolutely no record of what happened during the First or Second War. We don't even know if those are really the First and Second War. For all we know, there could have been thousands of other unrecorded wars that have gone on through history that just went unnoticed. Despite this, we don't have any record of anybody at all ever making a wish. Does only one person per war actually obtain the Grail in some capacity? Like, does an incomplete summoning of the Grail count? If that is true, then that would mean Kodomine was the one who obtained it in the third, and then some rando obtained it in the fourth. Which in that case, how old is Kodomine? Dude's gotta be like 80 if he fought in the third Holy Grail War. Well, I'm on that subject, can he tag back in? Like, if I kill Shinji, can he get Lancer? Because doesn't that mean he is still a master? All I know for sure is there's some tomfuckery going on around here. I don't trust this Grail, I don't trust Kodomine, I don't trust that anyone actually has accurate information on what's happening. It sounds to me like a bunch of people assume they understand how this works, and everyone else is just running with it. Kodomine finally demands that we make a decision. If we are in, or are we out?
それがないというのならば仕方があるまい。お前もお前を育てたしも出来損ないだ。そんな魔術師に戦われても迷惑だからな。今ここで霊樹を消してしまえ。
This reverse psychology really makes me want to just do it, could just get rid of it. Although I'm not sure if it's actually going to be a decision or not. He's gonna fuck them. He doesn't need to ask. Oh, I'm actually going. Oh!
Okay. So there are 3 different things that I take into consideration when I'm making one of these decisions. And this is an important one. Theoretically. It should be. This ain't the, do we want to help Sakura with breakfast kind of decision. This would have major consequences. Now, the first thing I normally consider is, what would the character I'm playing as in this situation want to do? What's the role play of it? It's the, if I'm playing as Batman, I don't want to kill somebody kind of thing. But you know what? Fuck Amiya. We're clearly incompatible, so I don't really care what he would normally do in this situation. Second is the meta of the decision. What I know outside of the game. Now, this is the call to action. This is your call to adventure, you know? On the hero's journey. When you refuse this, when you get the option to refuse this in games, there's generally 2 ways it works out. Now, it's usually a but thou must, where I say, no, I don't want to, and then someone interrupts and forces me to do it anyway. In this case, it would probably be Rin, be like, no, you have to do it, and then I do it. The other likely option is this is a bad end, or maybe just an early end. Basically, it'll be a game over, we'll end the game, premature, we ignored this story, so that's it, sure, okay. That's how it ends. But, hypothetically, if this isn't the path to a bad end, if it's not a but thou must moment, revoking the command spell could be pretty interesting. I mean, what is the story like if Amiya is basically powerless throughout the rest of it? What other ways does he interact with this world? If the story does continue with this, what happens with Saber? How does this affect his relationship with Rin and with the war itself? What made the Lancer fight so interesting was the sheer discrepancy in their powers between him and Amiya. That was easily the best thing so far in the game, maybe besides the clock thing. So keeping Amiya underpowered and keeping that discrepancy abound sounds really good. But the third thing, how do I feel about this? What would I do in this situation? What is my heart and my instincts telling me? Kota Mine has tried every single tactic to try to get us into this. He has tried to degrade us by calling us a chicken for not doing it. He has tried to bribe us with the promise of wishes. He has threatened us by claiming that something bad is going to happen once someone else wins. And he has even tried to use reverse psychology by insulting us and our master, and that we don't deserve to be a part of this. For whatever reason, he wants us in bad. And you know what? Fuck this guy. I don't want to give him what he wants. I don't like him. He's a douchebag. Despite this gut feeling, and despite my disgust, Kota Mine is right on one account. He's right that something bad will absolutely happen if we just allow anybody to win this wish. Logic dictates that in order to prevent a catastrophe, we need to participate in the Holy Grail War at our highest capacity. We need Saber. We need to be a master. Let me just make something clear though. I have no intention of actually winning the Holy Grail War. I don't know if Amiya will allow me to make such a decision down the line. I don't know if the game's circumstances will allow me to make such a decision down the line. But all I know is, going into this, I don't care about winning. All I'm doing is gatekeeping people who I don't think should win. If Rin wins, fine. Don't care, never cared. She's got my blessing. With that in mind, let's fucking go! Kota Mine seems pleased with our decision, to no real surprise. I didn't do it for you. Fuck you.
それでは君をセーバーのマスターと認めよう。この瞬間に今回の聖杯戦争は受理された。これよりマスターが残り一人になるまでこの町における魔術戦を許可する。各々が自身の誇りに従い存分に競い合え。
With the Holy Grail War finally officially started, Rin tries to fish for information about our opponents. Unfortunately, Kodomine claims that he doesn't know that much about the people who have entered the war. Only 2 are official magi. Kodomine warns us that we should not return to the church unless our servant is destroyed. Otherwise, we will lose points. Wait, there are points? If you get points deducted, the church will take away the Holy Grail from you, even if you do win. Okay, with that, Rin takes her leave, and we go to follow, but Kodomine has some parting words for us.
喜べ少年。君の願いはようやく叶う。
Priest says as if declaring an oracle. Those words aren't those the true feelings I haven't yet realized?
何をいきなり。
分かっていたはずだ。明確な悪がいなければ君の望みは叶わない。たとえそれが君にとって容認し得ぬものであろうと、正義の味方には倒すべき悪が必要だ。
I feel like everything has turned black. Priest said it. Greatest wish and the ugliest wish I have are the same. Yes, the desire to protect something is at the same time none other than the wish for something to violate it.
お前。
There's no way I'd wish for something like that. I don't remember a moment when I wished for that. Such an insecure wish. Just mean the target's ideals are inconsistent. The priest says, as if to pierce my heart, good thing you have an enemy now.
何？取り繕うことはない。君の葛藤は人間としてとても正しい。
Shake off the priest's words and walk to the door.
さらばだ、エミヤシロ。最後の忠告になるが、帰り道には気をつけたまえ。これより君の世界は一変する。君は殺し、殺される側の人間になった。その身はすでにマスターなのだからな。
This dude knows way too much about your inner machinations, Emiya. How could he possibly know all this? The only people who should know your internal monologue are you, Emiya, and me. Am I Kodomine? Wait, no, that's stupid. The walk home with Rin and Saber is awkward. Now that we are officially a part of the Holy Grail War, we are technically an opposing force to Rin, and with her servant Archer still healing at home, she's basically at our mercy right now. We managed to get some small talk out of Rin on the way home, mostly going over stuff that we already know, or just Emiya re-emphasizing his crush. Once it's finally time to part ways with Rin, Emiya finally puts together that Rin showed us the ropes out of the goodness of her heart. She had no incentive to do so, but only did it because she felt bad, knew we would be in a bad situation if someone didn't help. Despite this, Rin insists that once the fight has started, she will not hold back. With that said, we can finally part ways at the crossroads, head home, and end this long night.
お話は終わり？
I'm kidding! Tonight's never gonna end. We still have some business to attend to. Don't you see the thumbnail?
There she is. That's totally a berserker. That's ridiculous. A long shadow. A strange shape that shouldn't be here. This pale, torn shadow pictures.
まさか。
Okay, well, hey, I got that one right. Chisaka mumbles a word I'm not accustomed to hearing. I don't even need to ask. I think it's definitely a servant. sometimes with overwhelming sense of death exceeding even the one in the fire 10 years ago.
Before Amiya and Rin can go their separate ways, before we can end this long night, we are interrupted and formally introduced to Berserker and Ilyasville van Einsborn. Or Ilya for short. Ilya is very impressive. First off, she's a real showman about all this.
あれなんだ、あなたのサーバントはお休みなんだ。つまんないな。2匹一緒に潰してあげようって思ったのに。
Girl lifts the sides of her skirt, bows unsuitably for the situation.
はじめまして、リン。私はイリア。
She already knew that we were going to be a master long before we had summoned Saber. She already knows who Rin is, and apparently, Rin is familiar with the Einsborns. With Archer out of action, this looks like it's going to be a one-on-one Saber versus Berserker, and I am here for it.
じゃあ行くね。やっちゃえ、バーサーカー。
She orders the strange shape behind her as if she's singing. Whoa, here we go. Larger body flies through the air. This thing called Berserker comes flying down the whole distance, top of the hill.
シロ、下がって。
Berserker lives up to its name. Powerful, fast, relentless. Saber is on the defense for the entirety of the beginning of the fight, with no opening available just on the sheer speed of Berserker's endless attacks.
Saber makes a pain face there. Berserker's gigantic sword flashes like a whirlwind.
It continues to not go well. With no prologue to assure me that this is going to work out, I'm really looking for an out here. Even Saber's blocks are working to her detriment. This is closer to the Lancer-Amiya fight than it is to the Saber-Lancer fight. On top of all of this, Saber is fighting injured, having already been stabbed earlier today. Rin decides to take this opportunity to shoot her shot.
増やしているエアシンスク。
I don't know what kind of magic it is, but Berserker's body explodes from Tosaka's spell. So, judging from the magical energy given out, the magic directly hitting Berserker must be an impact close to that of a high-caliber pistol. But even that is meaningless. It doesn't even scratch Berserker's body. He isn't nullifying the magic like Saber. It's just that the magic is not doing any damage. Whoa, fucking...
And it is quickly becoming very apparent that Rin is going to be about as useless as Amiya in these servant battles. Magic ain't worth shit. Saber is clearly outmatched right now, but refuses to retreat no matter how Amiya pleads. Let's try moving the battle to a different field. Let's go back to trash talking like we did with Lancer. We probably can beat this thing at that. Okay. Probably not a valid strategy then.
A blow impossible to block. A blow that even the swing from Saber blows her way. Sound of something falling in the distance. Fresh blood spills out. A pool of blood of a body that should not be able to get back up. Ugh.
Fight's over. The Berserker has won. There's no turning this around. Ilya is so confident that she breaks the cardinal rule of not letting your opponent know the true identity of your servant and just plainly declares, hey, the Berserker's Hercules. You never had a chance. I gotta say, it makes a lot of sense.
The girl who called herself Ilya narrows her eyes cheerfully. Those are eyes of joy, about to finish off her enemies. I don't even need to say who the ones getting killed are. Saber will be killed right here. What am I going to do? I going to fight that monster in her place? I can't do that. Just approaching that thing would be, without being prepared, would stop my heart. Wow, whoa. Holy shit, these are some really different choices. Jesus Christ. The choices in these games, they just keep racking it up another notch each time, huh? Like, if I was just concerned about self-preservation, yeah, clearly we need to run away with Reen, but if Saber dies, we're done. Like, it's over. Even if somehow the game continues on with Saber dead, we'll be in such a bad situation for the rest of the game. We gotta save Saber. We gotta use a command spell to heal her, or jump out of the way. To, like, seriously jump out of the way. Extra speed or something. I don't know. Come up with a plan with Reen to rescue Saber. We need to find a way to escape now, but with Saber. I just hope he doesn't run in like, I'm gonna hit him with the poster again. Oh, just don't be an idiot. Oh, God. Can't abandon someone who needs me. Miyashiro has chosen to live like that. And most importantly, I can't leave the girl who fought to protect me.
いいわよバーサーカー。そいつ再生するから一撃で仕留めなさい。
Oh. Berserker resumes his actions. I run with all my strength. There's no way I can do anything against that monster. The least I can do is push Saber away and save her from Berserker's attack. That is not what I meant. You fucking idiot! Why was that your first instinct? What was the plan even? What would have happened if you pushed her out of... You would have both sat there and got stabbed on the backswing? That was the best outcome that could have happened. You've survived one extra swing. I hear shocked voices. First from Saber, who is right in front of me. Tosaka is astonished at a distance. And for some reason, Ilya, who is looking down at me, dumbfounded, is also surprised. That is not... Okay. I'm missing my stomach. I'm on the ground. On the asphalt are a small amount of blood compared to the wound. Soft-looking organs, bone... Okay, that is not what I meant.
なんで
Silver Girl asks in a daze, after standing there dumbfounded for a while.
もういい。こんなのつまんない。
Without finishing off Saber, she calls Berserker back.
リン、次に会ったら殺すから。
Huh. That's really interesting. Ilya, you've been fascinating this whole time. Super entertaining. I'd love to get to know you more. But it's too bad I won't get the opportunity because my intestines are strewn about the pavement.
はあと何考えてるのよ。分かってるの。もう助けるなんてできないっていうのに。
Me and me are not on the same page. You're an angry voice. Probably Tosaka. She seems really angry. I'm sorry. But it can't be helped. It's not like I can do everything like Tosaka. All I can do is use my body. So that's why. Just fucking fade to black, roll credits, game over, bad end, just get it over with. Fucking... what? Huh. Well, now what? Holy shit. I need a break.